They told you to dream big, but what if the dream was the prison? This is not a motivational video. This is a psychological autopsy of your future. We're told from the day we can walk, work hard, study hard, chase success, and someday you'll be free. But freedom never comes. Instead, you're buried in debt. You're stuck in jobs you hate. You smile on Instagram and cry in silence. Why? Because the system was never designed to free you. It was designed to use you. In psychology, there's a phenomenon called the variable reward trap. It's how casinos keep gamblers spinning and how society keeps you working. You're not paid for freedom. You're paid just enough to stay hungry. We're shown the paycheck cycle. We see stats. 70% of people can't afford a $500 emergency. We hear testimonials, I did everything right and I'm still broke. That's not failure. That's design. They didn't need thinkers. They needed workers. So they built schools like factories. Bells, uniforms, obedience. Don't question. Just memorize. Pass the test. And for over 100 years, that system has survived not to empower you, but to make you predictable. Here's where it gets darker. They hijacked your biggest strength, your ability to dream, and used it against you. Do what you love. Follow your passion. Start a business. Make it big. But they never told you the full equation. That behind every success story were millions of crushed ones. You see the billionaire, but you don't see the burnout, the debt, the divorces, the therapy sessions, the failed startups. Hope became their tool. Your pain became their profit. You're not in chains, but you're not free because your prison is invisible. It's the 40-hour work week. It's the 35-year mortgage. It's the algorithm that decides if you're worthy of being seen. Modern slavery doesn't look like whips and chains anymore. It looks like a benefits package and a swipe card. Alarm clock, rush hour, traffic, coffee spills, office lights, payday loan apps. We call it normal, but it's psychological warfare. It's called manufactured compliance. You hate your job, but you're too tired to change it. You're aware you're being used, but scared of being left behind. That's how the trap stays closed. There's a reason every Instagram quote sounds the same. Hustle harder. No days off. Winners grind. Losers sleep. These aren't motivational. They're weapons. Cut to fake entrepreneur influencers holding Lamborghinis they rented. Voice drops low whisper, intimate. They sold you the grind so you never question the game. This is called learned idealism. A mental trap where you believe you're failing because you didn't work hard enough. But the system was rigged before you even started. You were never meant to win. You were meant to keep playing. And they made sure the game looked beautiful. They gave you dreams of mansions. They showed you day in the life of 20-year-old millionaires. They sold you courses, crypto, coaching calls. You didn't fail the dream. The dream failed you. Now let's go deeper. Psychologists call it the dopamine trap. You chase something you believe will bring happiness, but the chase itself becomes your addiction. Success isn't just a goal. It becomes your identity. If I stop grinding, I'm lazy. If I rest, I'm weak. If I'm not successful, I'm worthless. Never stop. Be obsessed. Outwork everyone. But here's the truth. You're not a failure for slowing down. You are programmed to burn out. This is capitalist conditioning. The belief that your value is tied to your output, not your humanity. We see burnout victims, entrepreneurs in hospital beds, a student crying into a book, a father on antidepressants. How many lives will we sacrifice before we admit that the game is broken? Let's be clear. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not behind. You've been conditioned to believe that unless you're successful by 25, a millionaire by 30, grinding every day, You're worthless. But that belief is not yours. It was installed in you by companies, by influencers, by systems that profit off your pain. Because if you ever believed you were enough, you'd stop playing their game. And that is their greatest fear. Not everyone escapes, but some do. They don't run harder. They stop running. They uninstall the lie. They stop defining success by net worth, hustle hours, number of followers, and start defining it by freedom, peace, joy. You don't need more hours in the day. You need less of the things that break you. Freedom will not be handed to you. You must choose it. Turn off the noise. Burn the blueprint. Escape the race. You were born free. You were trained to forget. Now, remember, this video was never about motivation. It was about truth. If this message hit you in the heart, it's because a part of you was always awake. Now it's time to act. Subscribe. Not for me, but for the version of you that's finally waking up.